after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm doing the vlog today. This is my new camera. It looks just like this one. There is a huge difference though. I got it from a buddy of mine that I was in the military with, from his son, and I think they did it as a joke, but this camera is programmed in Portuguese, which I do not speak, but it's close enough to Spanish I can figure it out. I can see them laughing. They subscribe to this channel, and I think they're gonna have a hoot thinking I can't figure out how to make heads nor tails of it. If I have to, I can pull an Ashton. My grandson Ashton uses my wife's computer, and he uses Google Translate to figure things out. That's okay, as long as it doesn't do the subtitles in Portuguese. My mom watches this channel. I'm not really, don't have anything profound to say, I guess. Well, yeah, I do. I got these in. These are actually engraved, laser engraved, and they are nice. And they're cheaper than the ones I got. They also, the guy sent me a stick to it, rather than just a round to it. On the back of these it says, now you, let me get my reading glasses on. Now you have the ability to get around to it, which I think it's all real cool. These are the ones I got originally, and they're just stamped ink on wood. And I'm going to take one of these in and give it to my wife, just so she can see how absolutely nice these are. And I told them I'll do business with them again, and I will. I'll order some more, just not today. I've got to get done in here. I've got to pick my son Brandon up from work at 6 o'clock. It's been a busy day already. I did, after I took him to work, came home and laid down for a bit. My son Nicholas had to go have his toe looked at. It's infected and everything's good there. No rest for the weary. In my case, no rest for the wicked. But I made an observation this morning when I took my son to Walmart. I did buy some things to bring home for my wife and I to have to eat. And one of the things that I noticed while I was sitting there trying to get everything straightened up in my van, a third of the men that went into Walmart were wearing a hoodie or a jacket but had shorts on. How do I know a third? Because I actually have a problem, obsessive compulsive disorder thing, where I count people when I look at them and categorize what they're doing. The other thing I noticed is roughly a third to a half of the women that went in there, young women, were obese. I don't mean just plump. I mean carrying around an extra 100 pounds. That is not a good thing. We are here within a year to 2 years, we're going to see a problem in this country. And that problem is things are going to get so bad that women especially, there's one basic rule that many women refuse to understand, and that is, regardless of how much martial arts they've taken, you get a guy that's really big that knows how to fight, he's going to clean your clock if you're female. You're not built for combat with a man, hand-to-hand combat. You're not. The other option is a pew-pew, and I understand that. And there are Plenty of ladies out there that carry a firearm. But it also boils down to one very simple thing, and that is, are you willing to squeeze that trigger and take a life? Getting shot is not fun. I've been shot. I understand what it feels like, how bad it hurts. It also, to the ladies, to anybody, if you're going to defend yourself with a pew-pew, if you have to actually squeeze the trigger on somebody, aim for the head. I hate saying it that way. You injure somebody, you shoot someone getting ready to hurt you and try to shoot them in the leg or shoot them in the shoulder or the arm. If you do not terminate them right off the bat, what can and will and usually does happen when it's a female, it ain't going to stop them. Not unless you're carrying a 45 or a 357 Magnum. You're not going to stop it. And then you got the added problem of your word against theirs in court, and they end up owning everything you've got. And in my years in law enforcement, I've seen that happen more than once. But I noticed these gals were really, really bloated. And a lot of times that is due to them living an unfulfilled life, so they seek solace in food. Now, in your older years, let me get a sip of water. In your older years, you're either going to gain weight due to lack of exercise, or you're going to lose weight due to atrophy. You're just get old. You don't eat as much when you get older. My wife and I don't. I used to really eat a lot. I don't anymore. I am losing a little bit of weight, but that's really not due to trying. I mean, I am in a way, but a lot of it's just due to ill health. And got it. Just had a spider lower itself right in front of me off my ceiling. And there's its little friend. Well, let's see. Let me think about it for a minute. No, I don't do that anymore. Just messing with you. I used to. I mean, I've got holes in the floor here where I had a spider come at me, and I terminated it. And I hear my Doberman outside barking. When my son Benjamin and I came back from Walmart, his daughter and one of my grandsons, my son Chris's boys, was out in the front yard playing, which is great. I'm glad they could do it, and I'm glad they were doing it in our yard where it's fenced. We have a problem here. My son Chris has finally, I think, seen it. Linda and I have seen it. We have a mountain lion that comes up on the property, and I'm hoping it doesn't get any of our livestock. I think that's what the draw is to it. I'm thinking that we need to launch a counteroffensive, find the cat and put it down. You have that right in Oklahoma if you have livestock and there's a predator lurking about. Now, getting back to things that matter. Mom, I love you. I will keep doing these vlogs. They're going to be a little more sporadic. My other channel's just taken off. It slowed down over a couple of days now. It's increasing in views and tempo. I'm going to go ahead and stop this vlog now Sorry about it being short. I do have a lot of things to do still, and it's Friday. And Fridays are exceptionally busy on me. Now, to those of you that look at my other channel, the only 2 days I'm going to be doing anything on Advice from an Old Man are Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm far busier than anyone would suspect. I really am. I'm just busy, and I'm going to see how well this camera does, because it's the one I'm going to be filming my pastor with. I talked to my best friend Jerry earlier, and he asked how the film of the preacher went, and I told him I wasn't happy with it, but my second youngest adopted son Matt said, well, it looked okay. It didn't. And I've got to go through my email, and I've got to sign in to the church's YouTube channel, and I'll do all that Sunday afternoon after church, and then that's where I'll launch it, and then I'll put a copy of it on our private message board for our church. We get a lot of naysayers, me especially. That's why I really don't want to attach my name to anything that I'm doing for my church. I've got so many people that actually absolutely hate me. You wouldn't believe it. And they don't understand I'm not that guy anymore, but I'm not going to try to convince them. And I've gone to individuals and asked forgiveness and told them I'm sorry, even when I was in the right. And most of the time it did absolutely no good. So I'm too old, too crippled, and got too many things going right now for me to continue to try to do that. Now tomorrow, for the vlog, I'm going to try to take this camera and do a little road filming with it. But as I close this, I want you to know that I love you if you're watching this. I absolutely, really, and truly do. And I want you to thank God for your blessings, because you are blessed. And like that sign up there says, be kind. Now I'm going to try to see if the on-off button on this works. Love you, God bless you, and bye.